Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Valentine's Day is Friday, February 14th. Call or stop into the Garden Gate on the east side of the Sigourney Square. A special gift makes a special day. Let us help. We offer a variety of fresh flowers, balloons, candy, stuffed animals, candles, and many other gift items. We pride ourselves on over 30 years of design experience. The Garden Gate, proudly serving Keokuk County and the surrounding areas for 27 years. Call or stop in to get your order in for Valentine's Day. Attention drivers! Sinclair Napa is proud to bring you the best deals of the year on Napa Gold filters. Whether you're tuning up for a big trip or just keeping your daily driver in top shape, our unbeatable prices will keep you on the road for less. Napa has a filter for almost anything on earth that moves. Check it out today in Sigourney, Ottumwa, Centerville, Montezuma, or Williamsburg. Napa's filters are specifically designed for what you drive, how you drive, and how often you change your filters. Your car deserves the best, and so do you. See State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Style's mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Call Kelly at 641-673-0088 or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Style State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house. From lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
The staff members at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa will guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. A ceremony can be anything you wish it to be, simple or elaborate, traditional or unique. No matter how it's tailored, such a ceremony is an important step in recovering from loss. Let the staff at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa help you in your time of need. Hey, welcome in. It is the Iowa Music Showcase. We are live at Barnwired. How we all doing today? Bravo, bravo. Thanks for being here live and in person. Of course, if you're watching at home and you're like, man, I'd like to get in on the fun live and in person, just do it. Come on in here to Barnwired. We've got our regulars, but they'll welcome you in. You can sit at the big table and hang out with all of our regulars here at the Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we are live at Barnwired. We're here every Friday, and we've got Lori and Joe King with us. We're going to get to them here momentarily. First, if Amanda wants to come on to the screen, put your hands together for Amanda. Make her feel welcome. Yeah. The owner, the entrepreneur, the gal that runs the place. I'll scoot out of the way. You take my chair. Tell us about what's happening tonight and all the good stuff.
Okay. Well, of course, today's Valentine's Day, so we've been out delivering our collab things that we had with James Family Greenhouse flowers, and then coffees and chocolates. We do have a couple extra little bouquets left here for sale if you are that last-minute shopper. Okay. And then we still do have some chocolates. All the Valentine's Day stuff, excluding the flowers, are 50% off today. And then for lunch, we have lasagna, garlic bread, and green beans. Our sandwich of the week is a Big Mac BLT or Big Mac wrap, and it is very good.
That sounds good.
Yeah, and then next week I saw on the menu we have beef and noodles. I think chicken Alfredo. What was it? Oh, chicken cordon bleu. That's what it was. I like them both, so I knew it was something that was good. And then tonight we are doing dinner. We will have our seafood platter, prime rib, and pork chops. Almost all the pork chops are spoken for though already, but they're the Iowa chops, smoked, cured. They're really good. And then of course we have so much new stuff coming in that I'm very, very excited for. So you'll just have to come in and check it out because it's awesome. So.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
Amanda Snakenberg. Yeah, get in here for all the good stuff happening at Barnwired. By the way, I am wearing my special Valentine's Day shirt today. If this is popping through in 3D, I don't know. But I got this like a year ago. Neil and I both got our Valentine's shirts last year from Deb Tremmel Club. Is Deb Club? Deb Tremmel. Deb Club. Yeah, Deb. So yeah, we were thinking of her on this day as she gave us these special shirts.
Nice.
So, Lori and Joe King hanging out. How are you guys doing today?
Oh man, we're doing good.
This is a couple months after we had to reschedule.
Right.
Back in, I think we had you in December,
Right.
and you were a little bit under the weather. You woke up a little raspy one day, and you're like, nah.
I was raspy many days. I had some vocal challenges in December that were really. I'd wake up every day and go, "Can I sing today?" Nope. Can I sing today? Nope. So
It was a good time for me.
he was glad when I couldn't talk.
Joe was like, yeah, it's a Christmas miracle. No, but it has been like a year and a half since you've been here on the show,
Yep.
which is kind of it's kind of cool that I've been doing this about a year and a half. I think we were talking. I think it was October of 2023 now.
Yes, it was your wife's birthday.
Yes, it was my wife's birthday.
I remember
You
that
sang happy
specifically.
birthday and
I did.
everything.
I
So
did.
yeah. So what's been happening in the last year and a
Oh, my
half?
gosh.
What's been going on?
Well, we've been doing all kinds of things, singing and playing mostly. And we actually went back into the studio in October of this last year. And have some new music coming out here very, very soon. In fact, today I'm making an announcement of the new single that's coming out that'll be available to streaming platforms, all your Apple Music, Spotify,
Nice.
all of the wherever you listen to music online, YouTube. It'll be out March the 21st.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'll tell you about that as we go along.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, you're teasing us. You're not saying what it is quite
I am.
yet.
Not
All right.
quite yet. I gotta,
We'll
I
get
gotta
there.
keep people stay tuned so that they don't leave just because they
Yes.
want to know what song
Yes.
it is.
We'll watch the ratings increase
Yeah,
as the
that's
show
right. Yeah, we
progresses.
want to keep the anxiety, the excitement about
Yes.
it coming out. So.
So, and by the way, for everybody here in attendance, we do have a full lineup of flyers of different events that Lori and Joe have coming up. And just talking about that stuff alone could take up our entire show.
Yeah,
you
we
guys
don't-
got a ton of stuff going on. You always do.
Yeah, so we have the most, I'd say the most local thing. I know, yeah, look at all that stuff we got going on. That's actually my little fundraiser thing I'm doing. So, but anyhow, we got the Iowa Theater Show coming up on March the 22nd in Bloomfield. So we have flyers for that here with the Bluegrass Blondies. And Joe teaches music, so we have our students that perform that night as
nice.
well. So it's kind of a, what do you call that, Joe?
Or not a rehearsal.
What do you call that? Recital.
yeah,
there we
recital.
go. I'm like, that it's not. I'm not usually this alert in the morning.
What time do you usually start functioning?
About after lunch, I start coming to life. But yeah, so that's going to be happening. And then on March the 29th, if you follow me on Facebook, we're going to be with Rhonda Vincent and the Rage in Knoxville, Iowa.
That's cool.
We've got tickets available for that.
And that's a big deal. I mean, if people don't really follow bluegrass, they might be like,
She's the queen of bluegrass.
yeah, I mean, she's a big deal. Rhonda
She is
Vincent
a big deal. She's a member
deal.
of the Grand Ole Opry, and her brother Darren. Also, I've worked with him several times, and Daly and Vincent, and they're actually going to be this
Oh,
next week.
I never made that connection.
Yeah, they're actually going to be in at Bridgeview. That's not my show, but
Okay.
they're still good friends of ours, and I want to give a shout out to them, to Daly and Vincent. I've done so many shows with them, and I've been given lots of opportunities, and kind of exciting. I'll go ahead and I'll spill the beans on one of these things, but I have a gospel song that's on this new recording project, and it has both them on it. So they're
nice.
singing harmony, Rhonda and Darren Vincent. So
Yeah.
That's a good one. Grand Ole
Nobody
Opry
else
stars.
is going to clap. You're going to clap.
I'm going to clap. I literally jumped through the roof. You could have seen my head blow off up there when I heard their vocals on it. So
That is sweet.
that'll be probably the next thing that comes out after the first single. But
Okay.
it's going to be incredible. It's a great gospel number, and Rhonda is just one of my heroes and one of my mentors, and she's the queen of bluegrass.
Yeah.
And then I get to open for her, in a couple months. So
Yeah,
totally awesome.
That's very cool. So yeah, bunch of cool things.
Yeah, so we're going on a cruise this year.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to talk about that.
No, let's do. Yeah, so the Bluegrass Cruise is November 8th through the 15th. We're going
Okay.
to the Caribbean. Did you say Caribbean or Caribbean? How do you say it?
Well, there's that song back in the day, Caribbean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyhow, we're going to go 7 days out of Port Canaveral, Florida, Grand Turk, Amber Cove, Nassau, and then a brand new Carnival Island called the Celebration Key. So it's not even open yet. So that's going to be fun.
Wow.
6 or 7 bluegrass bands plus us, and then all of the all the other things that you can do on a cruise. It's basically a cruise. All the food you can eat. And so it definitely is a great time. So I got some posters about that here. You can also find that on my website at junction63.com.
Okay.
Go to the Lori King Productions page and scroll down at all the stuff we got going on. Drakesville Festival coming up in May. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we can talk about more of this as we go along. But again, Lori and Joe King hanging out with us. The name of you're in 2 different bands. Let's get those out there.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So the Lori King and Junction 63 is the bluegrass band that travels more like on a national / basis. Midnight Blue Country Band plays local at like the Ottumwa Eagles and around southern Iowa, southeast Iowa.
Yep.
So we have some of our
Yeah, I was gonna say.
one of our boot scooters here. I guess I don't know. I thought some more were coming, but shame on them. They're not here.
Maybe he'll get up and start boot scooting
I
himself.
know it, doggone it. But anyhow, he's a local guy here. But we play at the Ottumwa Eagles a lot. Our next time's March 15th. But also you can find that on the website. Follow me on Facebook, Lori King and Junction 63, Midnight Blue Country Band, and that's where you can find where we're going to be at.
Okay, and kind of that line dancing thing. It was obviously huge back in the day, like in the 90s.
That's how we met.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe
We
we'll
met,
get. Oh, maybe we'll get that love.
This
story
is Valentine's
coming
Day,
up.
right?
Yeah, we'll get to that story coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's still alive and thriving here in Southeast Iowa.
It
so,
is.
If you like that,
There's a Heartland Boot Scooters dance
Yes.
tonight that we're going
okay.
to. So
Very cool.
Yep.
All right. Lots of stuff happening. We're going to get to more of it coming up here, but let's get to our first song of the day. Lori's on bass.
Yeah.
Mama's on bass.
Yeah, same day.
We got Lori and Joe. What song are you going to do for us first?
So we're actually going to do one off of the Straight from the Heartland project because, like I said, our new project isn't out yet, and but this is one that my friend Kelly King rewrote with a guy named Edgar Loudermilk, and it's a good old heartbreak song on Valentine's Day. How about that? It's been raining since you've gone.
All right, Lori and Joe King here on the Iowa Music Showcase.
Day you walked out the door, the rain began to pour. My world got covered up in gray. Now the sky never clears. The rain falls like my tears, but not enough to wash these blues away. It's been raining since you've gone. Will you ever come back home? Hope you find a way, lead you here to stay so I can hold your heart again someday. Don't know why you had to go, but I wanna let you know it don't matter how long it takes me to find those bluer skies, for you to realize I'd do anything to bring you home to stay. It's been raining since you've gone. Will you ever come back home? Yes, I hope you find a way. Lead you here to stay so I can hold your heart again someday.
Lori and Joe King here on the Iowa Music Showcase. We are live at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Again, we're here every Friday live and in person. Nice picking there, Joe. That was some good stuff as always. You're a fantastic player. Now, as Lori mentioned, now you give. Do you both give lessons?
No.
Just Joe.
Just
Joe's
me. Yeah.
Joe's the music guy. You
Yep.
give lessons. How do people look into that?
We got a little music store down there in Bloomfield that we're open a couple days a week, and where people come in and once a week give them lessons and
Okay.
on guitar. I've got a fiddle student. I got a banjo student. And
Little
not
bit of
not
everything.
that I play those instruments, but no.
He can. He don't. I mean, I'd say his main instrument is definitely the guitar, but he can play anything that has strings on. He can play bass. He's not as good of a bass player as I am, though. Just so you know. But
Who taught you?
you showed me a few things. However, I took it from there. Thank you.
The student has surpassed the master.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
He's
guess
had a
that's
few of those students that have surpassed
I
him
guess that's
too.
a sign of a good teacher, right? Yeah.
So, all right. So now that we're arguing,
On Valentine's Day.
yeah, let's get. All right. So now you got to tell us about the story of how you guys met and became a couple.
Joe, you want to tell him?
Oh, you can tell it better than I can.
Good thinking, Joe. You'll
Yeah.
probably get in trouble.
So we were doing the line dancing thing at the Red Stallion in Ottumwa, and that was when there was definitely learning how to do the boot, scoot, and boogie. And they had line dance lessons on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we went with a bunch of girls, and Joe come up and asked me to dance, and I said I don't think so. Because I didn't know how to dance, honestly. I didn't know how to two-step. And so I let that sit for a little bit, and then a little time went on, and I walked back up, and I said, hey, I don't really know how to two-step, but if you show me, I would dance with you. So he taught me how to two-step, and he would do line dancing. Don't let him fool you. He was a line dancer at one time, and he would do a dance called the tush push. That might have been what got me. I don't know. I'm just kidding. That's all in fun.
I was going to say, we might have to get Joe up and have him show us some dance moves here.
That was a long time ago.
He was a lot younger then. Yeah. I still get out and dance a lot. I drag him out on the floor. We are a part of the Heartland Boot Scooters, and they do have couples dancing. In fact, they just got done with that, teaching couples dance. And so I want to give a shout out to my Heartland Boot Scooter friends. We love them a lot, and they support our music so much. And it's not a fun night if they're not with us on the dance floor when we perform. So I couldn't do it without them. And so I do make Joe get out there, and I drag him around the floor a time or two, and say, "Come on, learn how to do this."
You say it like that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
In fact,
Sometimes worse, but
in fact, pivot. Pivot is my favorite one. Pivot, not turn, pivot. So, yeah.
I know we've been recruited to my wife and I have been recruited a time or two to try to become part of that, but
Well, why
I
don't
just
you
don't have any
come?
time.
Well, you just make time. It's part of it, you know.
The most dancing I've ever done is my daughter used to do dance, and I know jazz hands, and that's about it. Jazz hands.
We
Jazz
do
hands
a
is the
thing called
extent.
Jazz Box Square, and so you could learn that. That's pretty easily. Yeah.
I just improvise.
Yeah. I love to dance. It's good exercise, and it makes me feel good when I get out there and dance and have a good
Get the blood
time. So
pumping and
absolutely,
be a little bit
it's good
active.
exercise
Yeah.
for me.
So what else? What other events? Have we touched on most of your big events coming up here? Is there
Yeah,
anything
I think
else?
so. The biggest thing is just follow me on Facebook at Lori King in Junction 63, Midnight Blue Country Band. I have an Instagram account that's Lori King Music, just because I don't want to. In fact, if I could just combine everything into one, I would probably do it, but it's not possible. I have a TikTok account too now, and.
I've got a MySpace, I think.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so
Right there.
Yeah, he's old school.
Yeah. If
Definitely.
only we could go back to the simplicity of MySpace.
Yes, no kidding. And slow, man. It took forever for that internet to load up.
Yeah,
Remember
the
that? It's
dial-up.
like dial-up internet.
What was that guy's name? Tom or something? Tom that invented MySpace. And he was always your first friend.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
the white T-shirt on.
That's right. That's kind of scary now that you think about it.
Yeah.
Could be a stalker. He's probably checking all your, your data on your computer.
Meta.
Yeah. So
Again, Lori and Joe King. Do we want to make that announcement yet, or are you still going to hold on to?
I'll wait.
Still going to hold on?
Well, okay. So no, I guess I won't. Let's do it.
All right.
So anyhow, we've been talking about '90s country,
Yes.
and I love '90s country, and I the song before we got on the air, of course, was a Susie Boggess song. Y'all, if you weren't here, you missed it because
Yeah.
it was a great song.
Someday soon.
Someday soon. My dad's here today, and that's one of his favorite songs. And so, but this song, the new song that I put out was Joe and I were actually one morning we were getting ready to go to Nashville to record, and I had all the songs picked out that I was going to sing and record, and I had planned to do I Never Promised You a Rose Garden, the Lynn Anderson song. And I love that song too, but he was listening to WSM radio in the morning, and Coffee Country, and Cody usually listens to that. And so as he was laying there, he had the song came on. He said, "Man, I think that'd really be a great bluegrass song."
Okay.
So he said, I listened to it, and then I sent it on to my producer, who's Jim Van Cleve, and he said, "Let's do that song."
Yeah.
And so it's a Pam Tillis song. It's called "Put Yourself in My Place," and it's a great Valentine's song.
It is.
But we're not going to do it live today. But
Okay.
it's going to be available March the 21st. It's going to release to DJs on the 14th. So actually, you could have it and play it on the 14th of
Nice.
March.
Okay.
And it'll be available on all the streaming platforms on March 21st. But
Nice.
it's a fun
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
and I'm super excited about it.
Yeah. No, that should be a lot of
So
fun.
it's a great tune.
Sounds like this new album is going to be loaded with all sorts of gems.
It is. Well, yeah, and I have a lot of special guests on there. A guy named Daryl Webb singing on a song. My friend Greg Blake and Gina Britt are singing on a song.
Okay.
And then Jim and his gal are singing some harmonies with me, and so of course
Awesome.
Rhonda and Darren. So
Yeah. Exciting. Now you said the single date. Is there an album release date
we're not
yet?
even there yet.
Okay.
We're
All
on
right.
singles at the moment, you know,
Okay.
and a lot of artists aren't really even releasing
Yeah.
albums these days
Yep.
until the Straight from the Heartland. I released every single and then finally put it out, in about
a
a year
full
and a
thing,
half.
yeah.
Yeah, just because the way that radio is today and all the streaming and stuff, you
Yes.
really don't have to release an album much anymore unless you
that's-
really want to.
It's a topic that we bring up occasionally here on the show, just asking artists, in this day and age, how they're doing things, whether it's just singles or putting out an entire project.
Right. Yeah. So, and if you are a Spotify or Apple Music listener, make sure that you follow us, and because that makes a difference. Not
Yeah.
just listen to it, but follow us, because that helps trigger the numbers that go
Yep.
up. And honestly, there's no money in that. There really isn't.
No, yeah.
Pennies.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Yes.
But it is what it is, and so the more people that listen to it, the more often, the more people that follow us,
Yeah.
that helps us a lot.
And you do still sell physical CDs. In fact,
I did
you got
bring some. I did bring
We'll get one
straight
over
from
here.
the Heartland. Yeah.
hold
So
that
I did bring in some of these today. This is my latest project, and so that It's Been Raining Since You've Gone is on that. And we're going to do all 3 songs today
Okay.
off of this project.
Yeah.
So anyhow.
You have some of those for sale if you're here in attendance.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure you can.
You can
order,
get it online,
Yeah, order
absolutely.
these online as
Yeah.
well. So it's
Yeah.
always. I'm still old school. You still like to open up the CD and look at the credits and all the little
Yeah.
and smell the fresh CD smell.
Yeah, and if you're listening and you want to help out, and you can.
That's not creepy, is it?
I know. Well, and if you're listening,
you wanna
and
smell it?
yeah, you're okay. If you're listening online and not here, and you want to support our music, there's a way to do that. We've got that new project it's kind of costly, and so
Yeah.
you can Venmo me at Lori King 66, PayPal at Lori King 66, or reach out to me and you can send me good old cash and
Yeah.
checks, man. 'Cause
Cash is always nice.
Cash is good. Cash is good, but it costs a lot to record music,
Oh,
and so.
yeah.
We've paid a lot out of our own pocket,
Yeah.
but we've got some little rewards too if you donate to the cause. Some T-shirts and CDs and different
Hugs.
little reward things. Yeah,
You give a hug to anybody that buys a CD
absolutely, absolutely. I might even kiss you. I don't know.
today. Whoa! Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, that's right. It's getting deep in here.
You do this next song. I'm going to open up a CD. We're going to pass it around, and everybody's going to smell it.
Okay. You're funny.
Let's do.
That's a little
let's
silly.
do. Let's do song number 2, shall we?
Song number 2. Okay. So we're going to do one that I think we did this the last time we was here, but it's Watching the Corn Grow. And being from Iowa, we talk about corn a lot, don't we?
Sure.
And farmers need corn. We need it too. So, but are you in the key of A, Joe?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if we can do this here.
I am too. I'm ready for you.
Okay. This is called Watching the Corn Grow. Scarecrow standing in a field of corn, through every season, sun or storm, all day long staring into space. All he's got is time to waste.
Watching the corn grow, watching the corn grow.
Young man flying down an old back road, going as fast as he can go. But he can't wait for time to pass by, but he don't know what time can fly.
Watching the corn grow, watching the corn grow.
You can have both roots and wings. Time waits for no one, stops for nothing. World keeps turning round the sun. No matter how you get there, someday your time will come. No matter how you get there, someday your life is done. Old man sitting on a drop tailgate, thinking about his younger days. Most of his life spent all alone, next to a field with an old scarecrow. Watching the corn grow,
Watching the corn grow.
you can have both roots and wings. Time waits for no one, stops for nothing. World keeps turning round the sun. No matter how you get there, someday your time will come. No matter how you get there, someday your life is done. All right, take it, Joe. Young man flying down an old back road, going as fast as he can go. Scarecrow standing in a field of corn, through every season, sun or storm.
Watching the corn grow, watching the corn grow. Watching the corn grow, watching the corn grow.
Hey, it's Lori and Joe King here on our Iowa Music Showcase. So again, we are live at Barn Wired. We're hanging out with Lori and Joe, and we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break, about a minute and a half commercial break, and we'll be back with 5 random questions.
Oh, no.
And yet another song with the Kings. So stay tuned here on Steve Shuttler Media.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Sweethearts Rosé from Tassel Ridge Winery is the perfect gift for your Valentine. This sweet rosé offers strawberry and candied fruit aromas and juicy, ripe fruit flavors, and it's packaged in a 500 milliliter heart-shaped bottle with a clear Valentine's label. Sweethearts Rosé is a unique, classy Valentine's gift that will be appreciated by anyone who likes a sweet rosé. Sweethearts Rosé is available in very limited quantities and only at Tassel Ridge Winery.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental.
Looking for more than just a job? Find a career where you make a difference right in your community.
What I appreciate about First Resources is our dedication to innovation, always looking for ways to expand programming and offer greater opportunities for our staff and everyone involved.
First Resources staff are amazing. They're committed and they are motivated and they are fierce advocates to help clients meet their goals.
If you're ready to join a team committed to making a difference, apply online and join us at First Resources.
Oh, we are back. Oh, we're back live here at Barn Wired in Sigourney. Before we go any further, I do want to tell you next week we'll be here starting at 11:30 with a Christian Iowa artist named Dirk Von Stein. Interesting name. I don't know Dirk. I have never met him in person, but I got this on a good. What am I trying to say? Somebody recommended a good recommendation.
You go. Good recommendation. There you go.
It's live. I can think of the words I'm trying to say. My buddy Jeff Arendale recommended Dirk Von Stein. So Dirk is coming in next Friday, so he'll be playing us some tunes here. Make sure you're here live at Barn Wired. So we're hanging out on a Valentine's Day, guys. It is time for 5 random questions. We've done this before. We did it on the radio. We did this the last time you were here. So you can either flip-flop on who answers or whichever one of the two of you has the best answer. Maybe we can do it that way. All right.
Oh, boy. He's always
all right, so
this
is our question of the day. We put up a question of the day every weekday on Steve Shuttler Media. Question for today is, who was your best boss of all time? Best boss. Joe knows what the answer is.
Well, I don't know.
Joe, how about you answer that one? Let's see if he scores any points today.
It's Lori. The answer is Lori. So, best boss of all. Somebody say something.
Go ahead. You
best
go
boss
ahead.
of all time.
I don't know. I haven't really worked for a whole lot of anybody but myself, so I guess maybe I'm my best boss. I mean, no, I want to shout out to a guy that I used to work for at Vaughn's. I did sales, car salesman. And one of the guys that has always been a cheerleader of my music since that time is a guy named Gary Kiesling from Ottumwa. And he was probably one of the best bosses I had. And I worked for my dad a time or two, I think. And I, of course, worked for myself and ran my own restaurant. And so then me, I would say I'm a best boss.
All right.
Most of the bosses I worked for, I didn't think they knew anything.
Especially the one you work for now, right?
Question number 2.
He's moving on.
When were you the most embarrassed in your life? What's a good embarrassing moment between you guys? Or one of you?
Do you have anything to say?
I don't. No, I'm
He's always complaining he doesn't get to say anything.
It's happening right now for Joe.
You're right. Right. Live on Facebook. Yeah, this is kind of embarrassing. No.
I don't know. I would say probably one of the things I did one time when my kids were younger, they were, boys. I had 3 boys, and they were rotten. They were just rotten. And I was chasing them through the yard one day, one of them, and I don't know. I tripped over, I think, a bicycle or something and did a tuck and roll. And those kids laughed so hard, and I looked up and went, oh, man, I hope nobody saw that, But it was funny. We laughed a lot about that. They were,
Question 3. Let's move right along. What happened? Now, your dad's here in attendance, Lori.
Okay.
What habit did you pick up from your parents, whether it's a good or a bad habit? I don't know.
Good habit, I would say. My dad was, has always been a hard worker and very driven and determined to be, to get things done. And let's just face it, being a musician in Iowa, sometimes is a very challenging thing.
Sure.
And so I would say I got my determination and my work ethic from my dad. And then I would say from my mom, I got probably her soft heart and her unconditional love. She's always been one of my cheerleaders. So is my dad. But, those are probably say. How about you, Joe?
Probably not to spend money.
Right.
What would?
Yeah.
He hates to spend money. He was telling me how much flowers were. I don't know if I'm going to get any today. We'll see.
Got to shop at the Garden Gate here in town, or pick up what's left here at the Barn Wire.
Yeah.
Question 4. If you could have one task performed at your house every day, what would you choose to have done at your house? Like, dishes or dusting or, some sort of chore.
Probably dishes, right?
He hates so we don't have a dishwasher.
All right.
And he told me that when we got rid of our dishwasher, because we used to have one, that he would wash the dishes
It took up a lot of space.
It took up a lot of space,
Okay.
and he didn't like having to load it and unload it. So I would say now that time has passed, we still fight about getting the dishes done. I hate to wake up to him in the morning, and I don't want to wake up. I don't want to walk to the bathroom and see him. Anything, and he'll go, "I'll get it in the morning." I'm like, "No."
And then she does them. It works out great.
And then question 5. This is talk about random. How often do you change toothbrushes? How often do you get a new toothbrush? I'm trying to think. I can't remember the last time I got a new toothbrush.
Well,
Why my
I try
teeth
to
are
trade
falling
mine
out.
out every few months.
I go to Oski Dental.
Yeah.
Every time I go to the dentist, they give me a new one.
There you go.
I try to trade mine out about every 3-4 months.
Yeah.
I have one of those electric ones. Those things are kind of pricey.
Yeah, we don't have that. I just got a regular brush.
All right.
Cheap one.
So how often? Every time you go to the dentist?
They give me a new one.
Months. Yeah.
6-month checkup.
Yeah.
No, actually, sometimes quicker than that. But.
Yeah, it just depends.
Yeah. Yeah, so random 5. That's it. 5 random
that
questions.
That was pretty good. Those
You
weren't too
survived.
hard.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes they're kind of off the wall. Those aren't too bad, man. You did good today.
So we got one more song to go. Let's plug some of your stuff once again. Some of the big things that are coming up.
Yes, Iowa Theater, March 22nd, Bloomfield, Iowa. Rhonda Vincent and the Rage, Lori King and Junction 63, March 29th in Knoxville, Iowa. May 1, 2, and 3, the Drakesville Music Festival is coming up in Drakesville. It's a weekend festival, camping and all that stuff, and we'll all be ready for that coming up.
Yes.
We're in Hampton, Iowa, the first week of June. We're just putting that on. I'm working on some concerts with Jimmy Fortune and maybe Daly and Vincent, and so those aren't there. But watch my Facebook page and watch the website for those things. Of course, we're going on the Bluegrass Cruise. In November 8th through the 15th to the Caribbean, however you want to say it.
I think we have some construction going on.
I was going to say, something's
over
banging
the top
up
of
there.
us.
Is this going to cave in?
They're trying to
on
set the
this,
beat
or-
for you.
Several days.
Anyhow, yeah. And then I've got this. Like I said, we're actually tomorrow night. We're in at the Drakesville United Methodist Church. Joe and I are doing a duo show. It's the meal is already sold out or confirmed. There's no room for the dinner reservations. But starting at 6:30 at the Drakesville United Methodist Church, we'll be there for some gospel and Valentine music.
All
So
right.
church friendly.
Yeah, so lots of stuff going on. Lori King and Junction 63, Midnight Country Blue Band, both have their own Facebook
Midnight
pages.
Blue Country Band.
What? I always mess that up.
I know. Midnight Blue Country Band, Lori King and Junction 63.
What did I call you?
Midnight Country Blue.
Oh.
It's all right.
There's blue, there's midnight, there's country.
Midnight Blue Country Band. There you go. So,
all right. So
and
always busy.
be watching for that new single to be out on
Yes.
the streaming platforms March the 22nd. 21st, I'm sorry, right before the Iowa Theater Show. We will be performing it that night. So,
all right. Awesome.
But-
Tons of stuff. These are some busy folks here, and we're glad to have them back in. Hopefully, we don't have to wait another year and a half to
I
get
hope
you
not.
back on
I hope
the
we get to
shows.
come back again, and the weather was kind of challenging us.
Yes.
I think that's probably why some of the people did not come. Just weather's crappy.
Yep.
So, but we love our Heartland Boot Scooters. We love all you. We love all of our friends that support us, and like I said, if you want to help support the music, Venmo at Lori King 66 or PayPal at Lori King 66th. That's the year I was born. Just so you know.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing. I wasn't gonna say that.
Yeah,
but that's
I'm
what I
okay.
was guessing.
I'm proud of I'm proud of how old I am. I feel good. I'm not too old. I'm not too young. And I got lots of experience. So.
Well, let's do one more song. Sure. What do you got for song number 3 today?
So this was a number 1 song 2 years ago on the bluegrassjamboree.com in February.
Okay.
It was the number 1 song. We had just released it that earlier that year. And Mercy of a Train. And it's kind of a love song. It's about, listen to the words. It's kind of a cool song. But we're going to do that one, finish off with that. And you can find all of this music. And I do have CDs here like we talked about, or you can order one online.
All right. One last time here with Lori and Joe King here on the Iowa Music Showcase. We're live at Barnwired in Sigourney.
My bag is packed. I'm leaving you today. That 3 p.m. to Denver's running late. The man who sells the ticket sounded nice. Maybe he could hear the tears in my eyes. I shouldn't be here when the sun goes down, but I don't know when the next one's getting out. All that I can say is it's hard to run away when you're at the mercy of a train. All I can say is it's hard to run away when you're at the mercy of a train. You came home looking for a fight, and if you think I'm mad, you're right. I shouldn't be surprised it got this bad. You never really did know what you had. I rang my mama on the party line. By now everyone in town will know my mind. On the platform bound your way, fed up I have to wait, 'cause I'm at the mercy of a train. Ooh, 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 ooh. All I can say is it's hard to run away when you're at the mercy of a train. One more time of picking, Joe. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so it gets better here. I see you must have found my goodbye note. Is that regret on your face or just the smoke? These roses almost border on romance. Okay, I'll take a chance. Okay, I'll take it back, but things must change if I'm gonna keep on wearing your last name. Another marriage saved by a timely delay, so we were at the mercy of a train. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All I can say is it's hard to run away when you're at the mercy of a train. All I can say is it's hard to run away when you're at the mercy of a train.
Hey!
That's cool, ain't it? I love it.
Lori and Joe King, awesome to see you guys again.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Fun as always. Yeah, all right, next week. You'll be.
Let's do this again.
You and Dirk Von Stein.
Oh, yeah. I think we're on the road next week. I'm sorry. But we'll come back real soon. Let's don't make it this long. And
yes, exactly.
Let's come back and talk about that new record.
Yeah,
it's got a song
sure.
I wrote on it, and with my friend Becky Buller that actually wrote this.
Okay.
The last song, Mercy of a Train. And so we got some great songs on that
Yeah.
new project. So
Good stuff.
hope y'all will listen for it.
Before I forget, so we're here on Saturday mornings as well at 8 a.m. for the sports section. Weather's sounding kind of crummy tomorrow, so we're going to nix tomorrow's sports section. We don't want to we always have people coming in from outside of town. Don't want anybody getting out on the roads tomorrow morning because it sounds like a mix of freezing stuff, snow, sleet, all sorts of stuff coming up tomorrow. So we're gonna cancel tomorrow's sports section. So we'll get back to that the following week. But again, next Friday and every foreseeable Friday in the near future and the far future. We'll be here at Barn Wired for the Iowa Music Showcase on Fridays starting at 11:30. So did you guys have a good time today?
Yeah.
All right. These guys were great.
Junction63.com. Make sure you go there. That's where you're going to find out where we're going to be at. Facebook, Instagram.
See, I like talking to you because you're an easy interview. You know when to get stuff plugged in there.
Hey, this is what I do.
I appreciate
when you are
it.
a full-time musician, you have to learn to do that.
Yes, you got to plug your stuff.
Thank you all so much for being here.
Check them out and get in here to Barn Wired again. They still got some Valentine's stuff going on here, and we appreciate Barn Wired for all that they do for Steve Shuttler Media. Thanks to Neil for producing, as always. Thanks to you guys for being here in person. Thanks for watching online. If you want to listen in podcast form, if you're just tuning in at the end of the show, we'll put up the podcast and you can listen to it in your car if you're on the road today or this weekend. So appreciate you. It's the Iowa Music Showcase here on Steve Shuttler Media.